That I believe that you can see across here is, yeah, that's the lake, and that's runoff water going down there. So this is more or less the location, guys, where the boathouse was. And all we have is this here, this little footpath with runoff water below. Well, hello. Morning again. Hello there, everybody. We are off on yet another little walk in Harlow Wood. This time we're coming down this side of Harlow Wood. And today's adventure, we're going to walk along runoff water at some point. Show you bits and bobs inside the woodland, because we do like our woodland. That's pretty cool there, what they've done there, isn't it? That is cool. Look at that. It's like a little area here. Anyway, beautiful flowers, beautiful trees, etc. And we're going to walk down today, and we're going to go towards a place called Fountaindale. It's got Robin Hood connections. It's got runoff water, like I told you about. And it's also got an old moat somewhere. So without further ado, let's head off down here. We're also looking for a place where there was a guy called John Whitaker who lived at Runoff Lodge. We've got more concrete here again. Wonder what this is here. There's concrete here. No idea. I've got my stick today in case I need to go down any bank or any area where it's a bit more steep. These beautiful trees again. Look at that. I love them trees. There is one place I'm not expecting to find today, because it's like overgrown everywhere. Unless, I don't know, there could be the possibility that people have like seen it, and then you can see it, and that is where Friar Tuck's well was. That I don't think I'm going to find, but we are going down there. It's called Fountaindale. It's not far from here. That's why I thought it'd be nice to come down today, because these are little places, little walks that we can do when we come up these neck of the woods, like they say. And it is woods, but you know what I mean. But yeah, there's some old remains of a gate and some steps. Now they are visible, and I'm looking for them. That is to do with the old Runoff, Fountaindale Hall. Then there's also the lodge a little bit further down Runoff Water. Runoff Water, by the way, is obviously a river, and it's the same river that we saw when we went to Rufford Colliery site. Well, my wife spotted it actually, where there was two bridges and one had water going underneath. Do you remember that? That great found. Because my wife does find some amazing places that I completely miss. So it's always good to have her along with me. I'm assuming the horses come down here. And yeah, a lot of paths forming everywhere. I do love these conifer trees, these pine trees. Gives a real sense of a real forest, you know what I mean? Not that I don't like other trees, but I do like these kinds in particular. When you think of forests, you picture these kind of trees. The vegetation as well, there's a lot of ferns because they're old. Get a lot of these dock leaves. in case you get stung by a nettle. So all that's its purpose. Anyway, let's carry on. You've seen what looks like a, not that one, it was further behind, but I did see a conker tree, as I call them. There's the ferns. Famous plant growing up. Blow it and make a wish. But yeah, lots of different plants here. Tree types. Oh, it is pretty along here, isn't it? Fallen tree, but it's still nice. Do we go round it or do we go under it? I'm going to go under it. Hello there. Morning. I'm going to go under it. Why not? Nature. Nature. Some nice plants again. We are going to talk more about plants and flowers, wild plants and all the rest of it. Of course, these magic ones, or make-a-wish plants, of course, are the dandelion. But I have been told if you do spot a lot of fern, you tend to be in a really old place. But there's another name for this fern. Different ferns have different names. So we'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at the name. Got my, not so new, but I don't wear it as often, but I am wearing them today. Skechers, because they're very good. Especially as you get older, and I'm not getting any younger. So we're going all the way down to the, let's say, the corner of the woodland, and then we're going to bear right and go down to the old fish pond. I believe there's a lot of geese down there anyway, amongst other things. So we'll walk down there, and that's that first little lake pond that we're getting to is where there was a boathouse. And there is remains and a gateway and some steps and some other stuff down there that we're going to try and find, which were not too far from where Friar Tuck's well was, if you believe the folklore. That's the one.
Where is that thing?
Down to the lakes. If you had carried on that route there, it would have taken you to the boundary and then round back to where we were the other day. That heads back towards Lyndhurst down where we were. And this is a cut through here, and this is going to come out where the pond is. I mean, there's a couple of ponds I'm looking for, but this one down here is where I thought we might not be able to get through to. So I'm happy there is a way down. I can spot the lake just there. I'm not going obviously round there, but I'm just showing you so you can see. Because we don't go right next to it, you go... Although you probably can go next to it, but I'm not fancying going right next to it. No. But there it is. Wow. That is pretty down here, isn't it? Robin Hood territories again. Friar Tuck territories. Thought I saw a dog. But I didn't. It was a bit of tree sticking out. I thought that was a dog. Funny what the eye can see, isn't it? But yeah, that's a nice little lake there. So that's one of the fish ponds. There's a couple of them. That's one of them. I think we can cut through here. There's a little walkway here, but how far does it go? Because like my wife says, it's private property. It says it there. So I think you can only come to here because I can see a little fence here. So this is as far as you can come, which is fine. Oh yeah, I can see there. There's barbed wire across there, so you can't go that way. This is a nice little lake, isn't it? That is beautiful. Yeah, pretty. And these are all connected with Robin Hood, Friar Tuck, etc. And that's the furthest we can go. What is that there though? I've just spotted something down there. Look at that. There was a boathouse around here somewhere. I've just spotted this that looks like an ROC post, but it's not. In fact, I don't know what it is, to be fair with you. I have no idea. Looks quite old, doesn't it? Definitely looks old. Something to do with water under there? Or is this linked to the boathouse that was here? I'm not too sure what it is. Could have been something to do with the boathouse. Not sure actually. Interesting. If anybody knows, please write underneath. So you can't go in there, I know that because it says it on my map. But you can walk down here a little bit. Oh my god, I just tripped. What are them staircases for? Any idea? Babe? What's these stairs here? So you can't go in there, which is fine, but you can here because there's a horseway. Horseway? Horse path. So I'm just going to go a little bit down here and then come back up again. So down here somewhere, we've got some remains of a building or a gate or some steps. But I don't know where exactly. There's a question of finding it. Is that the Renniff water going along there again? No, it can't be. Because that's all over. I wonder if it says no waterfalls there because of the fact that it's all marshy land and water everywhere. Here we have the Renniff water again, coming out of here. And then it cuts back across there. We're very near to where these old things were. But can we find them? My wife's not feeling it coming down here. She thinks it's out of bounds, but it can't be because there's horses that come this way. That could be out of bounds over there. That's possible. So I'm looking for a few remains around here, but where are they? And can we see them on the naked eye? Can we see them, or is it all overgrown? There's supposed to be some things down here. I guess it's walking around and finding it. There's definitely man-made paths here. That says private property ahead of us, so we can't go down there. But we can go this way, and then it says all fishing and shooting rights are private. And it says private property, no access. Yeah, well, I'm not going down there. I'm sticking to the main paths. But around here, there's supposed to be some old things. And I know there's a way through because horses come this way. So yeah, the old remains may well be down there, but that's private. But you can cut through here where I am, because there is a public path. I know that because that ends up going down to the road at the end that I can't remember the name of right now. But I have heard of it. I'll write it down when I remember. Pretty around here again. We have some cows down there. Now that's something I haven't seen for a while. Some cows, look at that. Beautiful. So yeah, I can't find where that is exactly. I'm guessing it's around here somewhere. But a lot of it here is private. So I need to, because what we do have down here is Fountaindale Hall. Actually, I think I've seen a deer. I thought it was a dog, but I think it's a deer. But it says private there. Yet this bit is here to walk through, so I don't get it. I'm not too sure how far I can come down here. But I've just seen a deer. I'm pretty sure it was a deer. I am pretty sure it was a deer. And just down here somewhere, there's like a box. It's getting spooky down here because I don't even know if I'm allowed to be here. But around here, there was some old remains. But we're going to go out because I don't want to go into private properties. But it's definitely around there. So around here somewhere there's some old steps. Maybe all overgrown now. I'd have a guess at that. But I don't want to go further down because I really don't want to like be going in private property. You know? So we're going to head back off onto the main bit. But there's definitely a cut through there. That's no doubt about that. There's a cut through there. There's like Robin Hood activity centre in that direction at the end of this path. So it's a shame we didn't find them steps and them remains. But like I say, I'm pretty sure it's down that private land there. And I'm not going on private land. I went down where I could walk. But I could see a house in the background, and that is to do with Fountain... No, not Fountaindale. Yeah, Fountaindale Hall. If anything, I think them steps are possibly down here. But like I say, it's all overgrown now, so we won't probably be able to see it anyway. So we're back here again, because, as I say, I'm not planning on going on private land. Although there was a cut through over there where the horse's track was. And then I'll find out the name of the road on the other side. I can't remember off the top of my head. I've remembered now. So that cut through where we went, where we saw the fields at the bottom where the cows were. At the end of that lane, it's called Ricketts Lane. That's the one. In fact, that's the same lane. And when we went to see that old stone, Druid stone in Blythe, that's that same road, because it's a really long road and it comes back out on Nottingham Road, and then on the other side it leads all the way into Blythe. Well. The friar took Robin Hood. The friar took Robin Hood on his back. Deep water did he bestride. And now there's a bit here, I don't know if it's left or right. I'm assuming it's right because I can see, actually no, I don't know. There's like a, gotta be careful here because one of these tracks I believe are just for horses. But it doesn't say it. They're counter tracks, aren't they, they're called? Nottinghamshire County Council, public right of way. Yeah, this is fine then. And it is down here somewhere where the legend is that Friar Tuck's well was, and that's, I believe, why we can see that postage we've just seen here. One is a counter track for horses and one isn't. I'm assuming that's for horses because it's more flat. We're not going to be able to see this because it's all overgrown, but here on the right hand side is the location of an old castle moat. But obviously it's all overgrown again, but I just wanted to show you. And then on the other side of the lake, I can see through there is where Fountaindale Hall is. A beautiful hall. But that's where I was going earlier, and I didn't want to really cut through there because that's private property, of course. But it is a beautiful house. You can see it through there in the background. You can see that. It's right at the back of there. I can just about spot it at the back. But all this area here to the right is linked to where there was a moat around here somewhere. A castle moat. or an area here, fortification somewhere. It was around here somewhere, right where we are now. I thought we might find like a little hill, but I can't see anything. So we're going to carry on walking down. That's all private to the right hand side. We're not going in there. We're going to carry on walking down here to find where there's something called Cave Pond, which I believe is the next pond further down. It must be down there then, where the hall is. Well, there's bits here that could indicate there was some kind of structure here. So the castle, so you can't go down there, but the castle was around here somewhere. Because it says there's some stones here and it says the moat was here. As long as we don't go into private property, we're alright. And that track there on the left hand side looks like an old railway line or something, but it isn't. I've already looked into it, there's no railway connection. I'm on about this one coming through here. I reckon, here's more stone, I reckon that's the main horse one then. Quite possibly. It goes down there. But yeah, the castle moat, Bailey. I think they had a Bailey as well. No, I think it was just a moat. Yeah, so you wouldn't probably see it, because normally when it's got a Bailey, that's when it's got like a little hill. And this is just a moat here. Do plan on going some point to a village near here. See, here's more stonework again. I'm planning to go to a little village near here which does have a moat and Bailey, and it's beautiful, and it's called 𝐶𝐒. 𝐶UCKNEY. We've got a bike track here. So we're up to the location now where the well was. Friar Tuck's well is somewhere down there, in that bit there. Right where we were. Oh no, actually that was a castle further down. Well, it was around here anyway. Both sites were around here. And obviously to get to the well, it's like a hole in the middle of the bushes. It's not the best time of year to come really, is it? Think about it. Because everything's overgrown. If anything, try and find the well in the autumn or winter when there's less flowers, etc. What's that then? That's again, I guess, the runoff water coming through here.
Yeah.
And the runoff water carries on down this side. A little culvert there. Obviously not very big. But the runoff water is quite little here, quite narrow. It goes under there. And check that one again on that side. That's quite pretty, quite old structure here, isn't it? You see that there? It looks quite old. Oh no, it's not that old, I don't think. So we're going to carry on walking that way. So yeah, that over there again, there's a gate over there, so that's private again down here. But this is all Fountaindale here. So obviously in this direction now, we're going to come up to a place called, there's another lake somewhere further down, and that lake is linked to some cave ponds. Whether again we can see any cave ponds or not, I don't know. And then further down is Rannoch Lodge, where a famous person called John Whitaker resided. He was a guy who studied birds. And further down you can end up at the lakes, carp lakes, fishing lakes, not too far from Blythe, but we're not going all the way down there. We're going to finish at the lodge and then come back again. By the way, down here somewhere as well, there's a deer park, I believe. I think I did spot a deer earlier. I thought it was a dog first. That's why I came out quickly thinking it was a dog, like a, you know, like a guard dog. But I think it was a deer. My wife's on the phone to her mum. Bless her. So we've got runoff water carrying on down here on the right hand side. But there's an area here somewhere called Cave Pond. And it says that the runoff water here goes a bit higher. And somewhere under here, sorry, there is some caves. Obviously we're not going to go in there, we're not professionals. But I'm just saying there is definitely some caves under here, under this area here of runoff water. There we can see a wind turbine again. Every so often I can hear some shots going off because there is farms here, etc. They're shooting rabbits and whatnot, and foxes maybe as well. But this is the area here which is called Cave Ponds. So somewhere here there is some caves. Obviously we can't see them here, but they're probably over there, underneath there, because it is, I can see a bit of sandstone on either side of there, or a bit of a bank. But it is a beautiful walk, as you can see. Back out in the countryside again. But yeah, down here to the right, whether we see it or not, there's these little lakes here, and there is some caves around. I might look afterwards, see if we can find a photo of any of them, or old pictures, and we'll add it. I think it's that. Just here there's like some bits of brickwork. Just here, I'm not going down there because it's all quite marshy, but around here somewhere we do have some caves to do with this pond here, because this pond is called Cave Pond. So I'm assuming there's caves hidden around it. But like I say, I ain't going down there. I haven't got the right footwear anyway. But it's definitely down there somewhere. And we're just seeing some brickwork there which might have fallen off a cave, etc. Just behind here. I reckon we're on top of them. Right here. Could be tomatoes. Zoom in on one. I don't know. I'm hoping that doesn't spray us, but I think it will a little bit. That'd be cool to go underneath it where it sprays. But yeah, we're nearly at the end of our walk then today. As I say, we're going to come down here, try and find some remains, which we didn't find, but we found some nice little lakes from Fountaindale. Walked alongside of the runoff water. We found these modern windmills, as I call them, because they are modern windmills, wind turbines, which are just as beautiful anyways. Fantastic architecture, you know. And we were in Fountaindale because we saw the plaque where it says it there, the history or the folklore of Robin Hood and Friar Tuck. And now we're going to end up at Runoff Lodge. We're not walking down to the carp lakes. We're gonna, from Runoff Lodge, I think we're gonna go right back down the farm lanes and then walk back down that way. Or we're just gonna head back. I don't know yet. All I do know is that it's been a lovely little morning again from Harlow Wood again. These are just little walks, so I don't need to come here again because I've already done them today and the other day when we did it as well in Harlow Wood when we found the Lyndhurst stone. Right then, we'll see you soon. Have a good one. Look after one another. It's going to be warm again. Today is a stop date, but it's not that hot today, but the heat is coming again. I'm already having issues with hay fever. Hasta la próxima, which means until next time. Adios. Got a bit wet there. We both did. It's coming back again. But look, that's at the end of that bit, so it shouldn't really hit me now. But that was fun. It was fun, wasn't it? But look at that. Completely and utterly wet. Right, so we're just going to show you where Reneth Lodge was. And that's going to be the end for today. But that was cool there, getting absolutely soaked.